Now, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video, and please welcome back once again to my channel. Just in case you are here for the first time, please support me by subscribing, and also you can press the notification bell so that YouTube can automatically update you immediately I post a video here. Otherwise, I really want to appreciate my subscribers so much, because without the support, this channel cannot be where it is currently. So feel very much welcome as you watch, and I really don't take your support for granted. It is now very clear that the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta, and the entire Kenyatta's family were the ones who were funding, or they were sponsoring, Raila Odinga's mass actions across the country so that they can achieve a certain objective, in which, in my considered opinion, first of all, I think the Kenyatta's family were doing this because they were actually demanding for the protection of their businesses. You know, the Kenyattas have several businesses across the country, including the milk business, which they have been operating as monopoly for the longest period of time. And we know what William Ruto said publicly recently, that for the prices of milk to go down, they need to introduce some new competitors in the market. And this statement actually did not go well with the Kenyatta's family, because first of all, they have been controlling the prices of milk abroad and also locally for the longest period of time, and also they will lose the market here in Kenya. You know, introducing the new competitors in the market, which will compete with the Kenyatta's family by selling their milk prices at very lower prices, then definitely majority of Kenyans will defect from the Kenyatta's family milk, and they will now embrace this competitor, and it can become huge. Secondly, ladies and gentlemen, I think the Kenyatta's family wanted protection with the family properties. The Kenyatta's family have several properties here in Kenya and also abroad, but their properties were actually at risk. We know and we saw what happened recently, whereby some unknown goons evaded Uhuru Kenyatta's property in Northlands and another one in Narok County. I think they are now insecure, because what is happening is that the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya has always maintained that the Kenyatta's family acquired majority of these properties illegally. So, you know, exposing the Kenyatta's family that way, that they acquired their properties illegally, did not go well with the Kenyatta's family. So that is why they were funding, or they were sponsoring Raila Odinga's mass action, because their family properties were actually at risk. And a certain guy told me that what Raila Odinga was actually doing during his mass action is that this is not a political war between William Ruto and Raila Odinga. It is actually a political war between Uhuru Kenyatta and President William Ruto. Raila Odinga was just there to be used so that to achieve a certain political objective on his side, and also to represent the Kenyatta's family in that way. And so the Kenyatta's family properties were actually at risk, and they will not be able to sit down and watch their properties being evaded, their properties being at risk, because they acquired these properties. It does not matter how they acquired, but the main issue is that they already have their properties under their name. And thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, is about the issues of taxes. You know, the Kenyatta's family have been exempted from paying taxes for the longest period of time. But William Ruto made it very clear recently that each and every Kenyan, it does not matter which class you are, but you must pay the taxes. So this statement did not go well with the Kenyatta's family, and after they were exposed that they were not actually paying the taxes, did not go well with them. That is how they started, or Raila Odinga decided to go out there to the street, issuing some demands that, you know, to incite the people to protest and to call for anti-Ruto demonstrations across the country and the mass actions, because they were financed, Raila Odinga was sponsored by the Kenyatta's family. Payment of taxes is a must. That is what William Ruto said. But the Kenyatta's family were exempted. Even the Moise family and the Odinga's family. So this actually was a threat to them, because remember that William Ruto is actually a president, is currently the president for the next 5 years. And if he continues this way, it is like he is starting to attack the big families here in Kenya, which did not go well with these families. And that is why they had to come together to form a group, the Kenyattas and the Odingas, to frustrate William Ruto's government. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, they wanted to be protected against exposure. The Kenyattas family want to be in a secret mode. They don't want to be exposed publicly by politicians that, you have this property, you have the other property, this your shares, these are your businesses. They have always wanted to remain in a secret way, not to be known very well by the Kenyans, because they have actually a lot of wealth. They are actually leading here in Kenya. It will not be good way if they are being exposed to the limelight, because majority of Kenya, they will be actually at risk. They will feel insecure because majority of Kenyans here are dying out of hunger. Majority of Kenyans are facing several challenges, and when they start to be exposed, Kenyans will start to evade on their properties. Kenyans will start now to go ahead and frustrate them. How Kenyans operate. And that is why the Kenyatta's family, including Mama Ngina Kenyatta herself, sent some emissaries to William Ruto, requesting him to leave their families alone, to leave the Kenyatta's family alone. And recently, ladies and gentlemen, President William Ruto sent also his emissaries for a meeting with the Kenyatta's family. And that was after the Kenyatta's family had requested also to meet with William Ruto. And William Ruto made it very clear on the conditions of that meeting, that first of all, it must be an open and a very, a broad discussion, but it must be a honest conversation in that meeting. And that is why immediately William Ruto gave a limelight to the Kenyatta's family to have a meeting together. That is how Raila Odinga called off the mass action across the country. We have never heard about it again. Immediately, this news spread widely that William Ruto was going to meet with the Kenyatta's family. Raila Odinga had to call off the mass action immediately, because the people who are sponsoring him are now not sponsoring him anymore. Also, Raila Odinga agreed for a dialogue with President William Ruto. Raila Odinga has been just stamping that for me to meet with William Ruto, I have my conditions, I have my demands that must be met first of all, even before I go meet with William Ruto. But immediately after that, that is when now we saw the dialogue, the peaceful dialogue between William Ruto and Raila Odinga. And also finally, ladies and gentlemen, Raila Odinga has now started to follow President William Ruto's orders. William Ruto, whenever he says that Raila Odinga's demands will be achieved using the bipartisan approach in parliament, Raila Odinga has followed that order, but he is giving out his different opinions. If it was before, Raila Odinga would have been just stamping out here, saying that, okay, William Ruto has decided not to listen to us, to our demands, let us go back to the street. But this time round, it's like Raila Odinga is too much willing to engage with William Ruto in whatever William Ruto is saying, without using a lot of intimidation, without using threats, and frustrating William Ruto's government. That was it for today, ladies and gentlemen. That was my analysis. I don't know what you think. Let me hear your thoughts on the comment section below. Otherwise, I really want to appreciate you so much, because without your support, this channel cannot be where it is. But just in case you need some quick cash, just in case you are stranded and you need some loans, let me refer you to the Premier Credit, and just call this number for an urgent assistance, just in case you are in Kiambu County and also in Nairobi County. 0780 600142. You know, I cannot advertise something that is illegal here on this channel. I will always advertise on something that is good for your consumption. Until next time, my name is Json. Bye bye.